to old Brazil.
Tomorrow is Father's Day, so we invited Chef Marco Moreira to create his own ultimate dish for dads, which he did with his own South American flair.
A native of Sao Paulo, Brazil, he is the executive chef and owner of 1-5 Hospitality, including the restaurants Toqueville, 15 East, and the recently opened The Fourth, all near New York's Union Square Green Market. Chef Marco Moreira, good morning, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
What do we got here?
Well, we have a beautiful double-cut sirloin, prime-aged. And I need to mention that the gift average for the father versus the mother didn't include the price of the steak. But we have a beautiful steak here. And then we have something that is very common in Brazil, and everyone has their favorite recipe. It's a farofa that's influenced from our North African prior families that have landed in Brazil hundreds of years ago, and it could be done with yuca or breadcrumbs or even corn.
You know, as we mentioned, it's Father's Day, and we couldn't have asked for a better guest in the sense that you're someone that works with your wife every day. Your daughter is in the kitchen often. Tell us a little bit about your experiences.
Well, this is very much part of what we do every day. We love cooking and breaking bread with friends and family, and that's very much how I grew up, and it turns out that that's what I do for a living.
Did your daughter want to cook, or did she just watch you and her mom and say, this is what I've got to do?
Not only she wants to do the cooking, she wants to tell us how to do it as well. But, you know,
how old is she now?
She's 11 years old.
Wow.
Yes, and she loves food.
What does she like to cook?
She cooks, well, she started with eggs and burgers, and we've grilled pizzas together on the grill, and she just loves it.
So tell me, how does a man that starts off as a sushi chef
go
from Sao Paulo, no less, go from that to so many different types of restaurants?
Right. Well, interesting enough, Sao Paulo is the second biggest Japanese city in the world.
Wow.
It's also 60% Italian, and then we have our our Chinese influence in a Lebanese community. It's huge. It has been there for 6 generations.
What made you want to be a sushi chef initially?
Well, it was an opportunity that I had. I was working in a restaurant, not even cooking in front of the house.
Right.
And I befriended the sushi chef, and he said, well, you like it so much, why don't you give it a shot? And I said, yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
And you were telling me earlier, one of the drinks we have in front of us is a very customary drink from Brazil.
Yes.
What is this one?
That's our classic caipirinha, which is lime, cachaça, and a little muscovado sugar and a little ice.
You gonna cheers on this?
We have 3 choices here.
That's the classic one, and then of course they do all kinds of variations with vodka, and not too early. It's
it's never too early.
Cheers, Anthony.
Not on CBS This Morning Saturday. It's never too early.
So what's it like for you working with your wife day to day? Because you guys met at Dean and DeLuca, and then you sort of had a discussion about starting a business.
Again, we love food, and one thing leads to another. And before you know, you're working out of the house, and then the next thing, this is what we're doing.
So if you could have this meal with anyone, who would you have it with? And I think I know the answer, but...
Well, probably would be my grandmothers, because they inspired me to...
Right.
I mean, my first apprenticeship as a chef was carrying the groceries at the farmer's market that every neighborhood has in New York. So probably if I didn't have the influence, I wouldn't be doing what I do.
All right, well, Chef Moreira, we want to hand this over to you. I think you know the routine. We'll let you sign that as we go to break. But Chef Marco Moreira, thank you again for being here.